So you're a teenager and you're looking for a pre-workout. Let me give you my recommendations. Firstly, let me just disclose and make a disclaimer. You do not need a pre-workout. The risks and the safetiness of pre-workouts comes down to your tolerance. If you've never had coffee before and you don't drink coffee on a regular basis, then a cup of coffee will give you lots of energy for workouts. So if you are not used to having coffee and your caffeine intake is like nothing on a regular basis, then your tolerance is very low and you should be going for the most minimal pre-workout out there, or even stimulant-free. Now, pre-workouts, if you don't know what they are basically a cocktail of ingredients that will enhance performance, whether through physical, mental, or just endurance and other various benefits. Pre-workouts just have different kinds of benefits, but there's a ton out there. There's a ton of pre-workouts and they're not all the same. Now, it used to be the case that pre-workouts would have these blends that would hide the dosages. These are called prop blends. You want to avoid this. You want to avoid prop blends like you avoid the plaque, because pre-workouts have ingredients and dosages set. So for citrulline, for example, it should be a minimum dose of 3 grams. If it's pure citrulline, if it's citrulline malate, it's something like 4 grams. And then the max dose could be like 10 grams. But the point is, there are dosages. There are no secrets to how much companies should be putting in their pre-workouts. The only reason why you may still find prop blends is because companies are trying to make the most out of their pre-workouts. You know, they sell you something that they made $20 for, or maybe 15, and they sell it to you for like 50, 60 bucks, make the rest as profit. So with that in mind, there are 2 main companies when it comes to pre-workout formulas. These are the companies that are setting the standard of what the minimum should be, or what the pre-workouts should look like. The first one is Transparent Labs. Now, bulk, there's 2 different kinds of pre-workouts coming from Transparent Labs. Well, there is a third one as well called Lean. It's a thermogenic type of pre-workout, but the other 2 are bulk and bulk black. Both of these are caffeinated pre-workouts, but they do have one that is non-caffeinated. There is a non-stim and there's a pump formula. The pump formula just gives you what the name gives you, maximum pumps. The stim-free is basically like bulk, but without caffeine. Now, bulk has 200 milligrams of caffeine, maybe 210. Bulk black is it's the same formula, but with more caffeine. So you're getting 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 2 to 3 cups of coffee. 200 milligrams is about 1 to 2 cups of coffee. So if you're not drinking coffee on a regular basis, I would recommend you go straight for bulk, the regular bulk. And the other reason why bulk and Transparent Labs is one of my favorite companies is because they have naturally flavored pre-workouts. It matters because artificial sweeteners do have an effect, a negative effect on your body. It's artificial. Of course, it's man-made. It's not going to be good for you. You could argue ingredients in pre-workouts are not natural either, but you just want to minimize the risks. And so far, we just know artificial sweeteners are not good for you in the long run. If you have, other drinks, not only pre-workouts like Coca-Cola, Diet Coca-Cola, or any diet drinks, they're usually packed with artificial sweeteners, and it's just everywhere. So if you're having artificial sweeteners in your pre-workouts, then you're just asking for, it's not the best way to go. So I would recommend bulk and bulk black. Both of these are great pre-workouts. They're one of my favorites because they are naturally sweetened and they have proper ingredients with proper dosages. It'll give you what you need to have a really good workout. Everything else is just extra. So and I want to mention the best flavors for bulk and bulk black. Just because they're naturally sweetened doesn't mean they taste bad. They actually taste better than most of the artificially sweetened ones I've had. So don't judge it just because it's naturally sweetened. They've been doing this for years, almost a decade now. So they have optimized and mastered the natural flavored part of pre-workout. So the best flavors for the regular bulk is peach mango, tropical punch, and blue raspberry. These 3 flavors are the best. They're the most popular and they're my favorite. For bulk black, it's peach mango as well, and black cherry, or cherry kiwi, I believe it's called. That's awesome. Cherry kiwi is my favorite before peach mango. Cherry kiwi just tastes really good. So bulk and bulk black. bulk, if you're not used to having caffeine, your tolerance is low, then you go for the regular bulk. If you want something with maximum caffeine, then bulk, black. Now, 300 milligrams is a lot of caffeine. You do not want to build a tolerance, or you don't want to sleep on 300 milligrams of caffeine. You want to make sure, you have a way to, you have something in between those days when you are taking 300 milligrams of caffeine. 300 milligrams is supposed to be like the optimal dose for performance. It's not the most optimal, but even for people who are used to taking way more caffeine, will still benefit from 300 milligrams. And just because it has more caffeine doesn't make it a better pre-workout. So with that out of the way, the next pre-workout is Caged. Caged Elite and the regular Caged. I believe the regular Caged is called pre-Caged. This version is just a lighter version of Caged Elite. Caged Elite is really made for elite athletes. And it is artificially sweetened. I don't know if you care about that. Don't tell me, hey, why do we care about this? Look, I'm just trying to minimize the risks for you guys, and naturally sweetened pre-workouts are the way to go. But Caged is a trusted company as well. They are making pre-workouts for tested athletes, so you can depend on them. Caged Elite is maximum, like what you want if you want to maximize your workouts and you're serious and you're lifting, way more than the average person. Caged Elite will benefit you, but it has 10 grams of citrulline, which is the maximum dose for citrulline, which is going to be good for pumps. But high doses of citrulline can also give you stomach discomfort, so there's a downside. So if you want something lighter, then go for pre-caged. Pre-caged is like bulk. It has less caffeine than Caged Elite, and Caged Elite has around 320 milligrams of caffeine. Both of these are great pre-workouts because they're safe. They don't contain banned substances, just like Transparent Labs. They're trusted. So any pre-workout they release, they're automatically on the trusted list of pre-workouts, of supplements, whatever. So the next company, this is only if you cannot get bulk and you cannot get Caged, then you may consider Rise. Rise is another pre-workout company. They make pre-workouts. They don't only make pre-workouts, but Rise is a good company that makes decent pre-workouts. They have the regular Rise Loaded pre-workout, I believe it's called, and then they have Godzilla. Godzilla for me was just overpowering in terms of the artificial sweeteners, because it even had glitter inside the pre-workout. So when I opened it, I can see there's glitter, and it was just overrated for me because it has big doses of creatine and beta-alanine. But if you don't want to get creatine on the side, then Rise Godzilla might be a good option because it has that full dose of creatine and it has a big dose of beta-alanine. So if you like to feel those tingles at 6.4 grams, you're going to freaking love it. And Rise Loaded pre-workout is like the minimum pre-workout. If you don't want that extra caffeine, then Rise Loaded pre-workout is good. But remember, my first recommendation is Transparent Labs. My second one would be Caged. And you can use my discount code FITFRIC. That'll save you a little bit on these pre-workouts. If you're looking for other beginner pre-workouts, you can check out my website, fitfric.com. I also have free program spreadsheets. So that way you can track your workouts. You can put in your maximum numbers. Some spreadsheets allow that. And then it'll just program the rest of the weeks for you on how much weight you should be using. Because of course, you're not going to be using the same weight every week. It's going to, whether it's going to increase or decrease or deload. There's periods where you cannot go your maximum. So these spreadsheets do take that into account. And if you are a beginner, then I would just recommend going with a program that has compound lifts, like 5x5. Stuff like this will pack on mass efficiently and fast, way faster than machines. But anyway, I'm going off track here. If you do want more, if you have questions or if you want other topics covered on my YouTube channel or fitfric.com, please leave a comment. I'll make a video. I'll be really happy to. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help you. All right, have a good workout and don't mess this up. I am aware after I took the video that my t-shirt has a weird glitch going on here. I just got this t-shirt and it's from AliExpress, so I guess you get what you pay for, and I don't know why that's happening, but it is what it is, I guess. It's just annoying.